We're live. I don't know why I just did jazz hands.
We all did it.
We all did. Like, I was like, are these nervous jazz hands? Is that what like the pre-gig or the not the pre-gig, the gig, like you show up and you're hello. I swear.
What? That's not a normal thing to do. That's not how you greet people in normal life. We've forgotten all of our normal social cues because we're never around people. So now this is how we say hi to people.
Exactly.
Well, it's all excitement, and like half the time it's through like a Zoom thing, so that's all you can do. They can't hear you. You're muted, so you're just like.
That's what it is. It's the.
Okay. All right. Get it together,
Wait,
ladies.
who was that? Was that Bonnie? Who was that? That was awesome. This is
a great start.
Guys.
Oh,
Thank
I miss
you,
y'all.
Shock the Vote, for putting us together. We are so excited to be playing a show together again. And it's been
Together again.
way
Oh my
too
gosh.
long.
Good.
All three of us have been like texting today and being like, I'm so full of nervous energy because we never get to hang out all three of us together anymore.
I mean, when I see your faces, my automatic reaction is like, oh my God, I love them so much. And it's like, I think that's my problem is that when you socialize, you get the option of kind of like gently, instead of just being like, I see something, I want to eat it. You know, that's kind of the impulse that I have right now is I see you and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to smother you with all of my love. And you're like, please, I'm so glad.
Okay, I thought you were about to
we're
say
in-
you wanted to eat us. And
I thought that
that's
was
a
going
little
to
bit
go in
scary.
a different.
You're like
Well,
a sour cream donut.
Yes, exactly. You guys are my sour cream donuts of people. Anyway, yes, we are so excited to be here, and I guess I'm kicking this thing off, aren't I?
Yeah, and big thanks to Shock Sound Series and Moxie Realty for
Moxie
sponsoring the
Realty.
show. In case you guys want to learn more about Shock the Vote and all of the great action that they're doing, they're really into community building and getting Austin to take action. All three of us are like super excited about the show, not just because we want to see each other, but because we really want people to vote.
Yes.
So if you want to be part of what they're doing, just go to that website down there, shockthevoteatx.com, and check out all the great stuff that they're doing in our community.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just so excited they got us all together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm stoked for. Okay,
So,
so I'm
First
gonna get
up,
started.
as you said, is our very beloved Bonnie Whitmore, who, in case y'all are wondering, every Thursday night does a really great, awesome show on Zoom. She calls it the Virtual Gallery because it took over from when she used to play at the Continental Gallery every Thursday night. She has a great guest every week, just like she did up in the gallery. And you guys are going to want to tune in. And after you see her tonight, you're going to be like, oh my God, I want to go. So, anyway.
Well, this is me turning into the teacher that I am, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody is at attention. So I'm gonna do this one that I wrote on my 8-string bass because, yeah, 8-string bass. And I'm so happy to be here, especially with my ladies, and I'm just so excited about trying to get everybody. Have you registered? Are you registered? You need to do that. You have until the 5th to just make sure that you got that going. So just lock that in your mind. And here is this song. It's called It's What You Do, right? How did we get here? Our future so unclear. Reality ain't a thing you choose. what you do. Yeah, little rock and roll to start us off there. Whew. So what you do? What we need to do is, like I said, we need to make sure that we are all registered to vote. Register. I made a point of going and clicking on that. Vote411.org, I think, actually, is a good way to just check and make sure you got that under control and everything. But I'm so excited about being part of this show tonight and being part of the Shock to Vote ATX. And shout out to my homegirl, Michelle and Justine, Moxie Realty, for helping put this whole thing together. I'm gonna do some songs off of this new record I got coming out, and in fact, we're doing a CD release show with all the people that played on it. They are all gonna be part of a CD release show for my Thursday nights in the virtual gallery, and this is a song that I wrote with my co-producer Scott Davis. It's called Right/Wrong. Who do you wanna be? Rising high with the country, by your window. From a distance it seems everything you love can get lost in the shadows. But when you get in close, you'll see it. It ain't a world of make-believe. There's so much more that's right than wrong. Where do you wanna go? Surrounded by constant updates and endless chatter. It's hard to hate up close. Words can get lost in the face. What really matters when the echoes get too loud, you pull yourself out of the clouds. There's so much more that's right than wrong. And I would rather shake your hand. We won't ever understand. But what's the point of liberty and the land of the free without you and me? What do you wanna say? How will you be remembered when the stories are written? What would be okay if we could just offer more than what was given? It's not like you can take it with you, the life you live and what you can do. There's so much more right than wrong. And I would rather shake your hand. We won't ever understand. But what's the point of liberty and the land of the free without you and me? Everybody wants to cast a wide net, collect as many friends as you can get. Yeah. That one's called Right/Wrong. And yeah, I wrote that one with my buddy Scott Davis. And I'm gonna keep doing a couple songs from this new record of mine. I just feel like it's a good idea. I'm gonna do the title track. This is called Last Will and Testament, which is the name of the record. Nothing like 2020. Last Will and Testament, y'all. Here we go. Fighting fires, broken wires, never seems to stop. Burning wild, wood to the pile. just a lucky so-and-so. All right. We're just going to kind of go back and forth, back and forth. All right. Man, it is just so good to be here and playing you guys some music today, and for such an amazing cause. I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of this and be with my soul sisters. So I've got another song that's going to be coming out, and along with the a video to go with it. For this song right here, this one's called Time to Shoot. Time to shoot, take the shot, show the world what you got. When it's done, when you're gone, were you right, were you wrong? Is it yours? What's it cost? Is it truly worth the loss? If you're broken, will you heal when there's nothing left to feel? Question on my mind. Why did it seem worth it at the time? For the truth, for the war, to know what we're fighting for. 'Cause it's not about fate, for you hold is to hate. When it's black or if it's blue, the choice is only up to you. If you're scared, don't feed the fears, 'cause we've shed 1,000 tears. Question on my mind. Why did it seem worth it at the time? Time to shoot, take the shot. Time to shoot, take the shot. And is it worth it? Time to shoot, take the shot. And is it worth it? Yeah. Whew. Sometimes I just need to let that anger out. And to answer your question there, BettySoo, if you want to do fine, I would love that. Actually, I enjoy your version the best out of the three of us. So I will let you have that one. And I'll do a different one off of the record to close us out. Sorry, that must have seemed like product placement. Yes, I shop at Costco. I want to do this one. I think from the record that I wrote with a wonderful lady by the name of Astrid Swan, and through the House of Songs is how we met, and we came up with a song, and I loved it so much I put it on the new record as well. This one's called None of My Business, and I'm gonna do this one. Oh, I'm sorry, I ruin all surprises. I just wanted to let you know that, well, whatever, okay. What can I, I'm the worst at keeping secrets. Speaking of which, just kidding. Yes, and I was really grateful that we came up with this song, and I think it's a good way to kind of pass the baton over, so we'll see about this one. Again, my name is Bonnie Whitmore, and I'm so grateful to be here today and to be part of this wonderful Shock the Vote program that we're putting out there to just make sure that we can donate to our communities and also encourage those to register to vote. So I know that in Texas you have until October 5th. That's the cutoff here. Every state is different though, so make sure that you look at that and check it out. And then once you register to vote, I am actually really on a campaign to implore everybody, if they can, to go in person, because we're seeing that this the mail-in ballots may be contested, and I put a lot of worry in my heart about that. So if you can and are willing, please go in person, do that, all that wonderful stuff. If you already ordered one, there's different things that you can do, but I'm not going to go into detail about that right this second. Maybe we can discuss this when we three get together back on screen. Anyway, I'm going to do this one, and then I think we can... I miss my ladies. I want to see their faces again. So, here we go. None of my business. I sit under a tree, the world in front of me. There's so much that I don't see. The distances between us, but a mockingbird, it seems, 1,000 different things. But who's pulling all the strings? What gets the most attention? But it's none of mine. It's none of my business. Day in and day out, all we really do is scream and shout, and missing what it's really all about. You say a player's gonna play, we should look the other way. But who's left for it to pay if indifferences persist us, and we should all be kind, only speak our minds, letting all who choose be blind, and good intentions kill us. But it's none of mine. It's none of my business. Day in and day out, all we really do is scream and shout, missing what it's really all about. Instead of melody, let's find the harmony. Don't let our fears defend us, but it's none of mine. It's none of mine. Oh, it's none of mine. It's none of mine. It's none of my business. Wow. Well, those are some songs off of my new record, and if you guys want to join in this Thursday, we will be doing the record release for Last Will and Testament. The link to that, I think I put that up there, but it's going to be this upcoming Thursday, which is the 1st of October. And BettySoo is going to be joining me in that, along with Scott Davis and Craig Bagby and Trevor Nealand and Britton Beisenhurst, the wizard behind it all. We're all going to be celebrating and excited to bring this record to life. But a lot of these songs are definitely there to start conversations, and I really believe in what you want to talk about is what you need to sing about, and that's where I definitely stand in that. So thank you so much for letting me be part of this today. Special thanks for the sponsorship of Moxie, and for Shock to Vote, ATX for having us today, and letting me be able to hang out with my girls. Where are my girls at? Hey,
Bonnie, that was great.
So
right, I have to put my
good.
headphones back on.
Oh my gosh. So good.
Yeah, Bonnie, that was great. And what an important record you got coming out next week with these songs. And thank you for sharing them with us today, and for what you're doing every week in the gallery, having these conversations, and everything that you're doing to use the platform that you have right now, writing this record to talk about these issues that you care about. It's really incredible. And I consider myself a folk singer. I don't want to speak for Betty, but I know that she runs in the folk
Amen.
world, and
Folk.
it's yes.
Folk,
And it used to be very rock and roll to speak out, and but not everyone feels that way, or everyone might not have the privilege to do that or to feel that. And so I think it's awesome that you're
I just
doing
want to put
what you're doing.
sort of the money where my mouth is,
love it.
and the more that we can have conversations and give space and try to get people to want to start having those conversations, because that's the only way we're going to get through this, and it's the only way we're going to get change that we want for each other. And so it's definitely encouraging people to not be afraid of conflict, about differences of opinion, but definitely want to get in there and really get through it, hash it out. We can do it. We're strong enough.
Totally. And speaking, didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
I love you, Betty Sue.
Gosh, what a jerk.
I love you, Betty Sue.
Hate that BettySoo. God. Speaking of putting our money where our mouth is,
Donate.
right there. That right there. Shock the Vote. They're the ones who organized this show and invited us three to be part of what they're doing, and we love it. They are supporting all of these great nonprofits in Austin, and 80% of the money that comes in, they only use 20% of the money that comes in to just support programming like this. I don't know if you guys know, but most benefits that ask us to do things, they don't, they have their hearts all in the right place, and we love doing it. We love helping our community in the one thing of value that we have,
Yes,
which is
right.
our, giving a musical show. But these guys went above and beyond. They really checked in with us. They made sure we had graphic support. They promoted the show. They sent out information about it to people, and a lot of you, I'm sure, heard about the show through them. So we're really grateful to them. So they just keep 20% for overhead, and the other 80% goes to Austin Creative Alliance, to the Austin Justice Coalition, Between the Pages, Out Youth, the Safe Alliance, Texas Appleseed. They are really doing this for the right reasons and to get Austin engaged. Steve Bush, by the way, had the correct, or no, was it Steve? I can't remember now, who had the right answer.
Hunt
No, I
had
think it
it.
was Andy maybe.
It's like-
No, Hunt had the right answer. That the last day to register to vote in Texas
Yes.
is
Yes.
October
I have to say,
5th.
a lot of people knew that information, and I love that because that information is powerful to have and make sure, that your neighbors know.
And I know it sounds like, a long time away because it's September and that's October and it's not even like, the first day of October.
October
But
is
that really just means 1 week.
That's October starts in next
This
Thursday.
week. If you are not registered to vote, you need to register now. You need to register this week. So,
All you procrastinators, I know you. I am you. Go and
and
do
you
it.
know what happens? Those last 2 days, like 400 things are going to come and interrupt your life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Right.
just how it goes. So make
It's
sure
like,
you're registered.
This is the countdown.
do it in
Final
another
countdown.
screen right now while you're here. Just go check that out, okay? Yeah. I know I'm
love
very
it.
bossy. I'm a very bossy person.
I love it. Well, first of all, Betty, let's go ahead and thank you for helping us get this technology all together. You're always a joy to work with for so many reasons, but one is that you're a total team player. If you're not familiar with BettySoo, if maybe you're tuning in from Bonnie's page or my page, I don't know why you would be tuning in from our pages and not know who BettySoo is. But she's a force of nature. She is a wonderful songwriter, one of the absolute best and one of my absolute favorites. She's an incredible support person. She loves being in a supportive role, I think maybe equally as she likes being a front person, which is kind of rare and awesome. And she loves being a team player behind the scenes, in just whatever you need. She's really good at being a friend. Both of these ladies are. We just are so happy to be here together, and it's awesome to gush. But Betty right now is in a group called Nobody's Girl, and you guys are doing live streams weekly. You're also doing a live stream every Tuesday. Is that right? Where you bring in a guest, Betty?
Yeah, so I have my show on Tuesdays and called Nobody's Happy Hour in honor of all of the very many happy songs I have. And nobody likes a sad jam like BettySoo, and it's kind of half music song swap and half like an improv, show. Keeps us on our toes. And
little
then
bit of terror.
Nobody's Girl is actually switching to once a month now. We're doing a
Once a
First
month.
Friday show. But I love this. Ruth is an old classmate of my beloved Charlie, and she lives on St. John's Island. And I love this. Since I live in a U.S. territory, I cannot vote for president. So please, please, please vote for those of us who cannot. So, there are citizens who are living in certain other places and living in U.S. territories, and they need us to speak for them. So
Yes. Thank
Do
you,
it.
Ruth.
do that. Again, to recap, this coming Thursday is Bonnie's CD release party, October 1st. Nobody miss it. You can go to that link. We'll type it in the comments again, where you can RSVP for a ticket to the show.
The first Friday, now that you mentioned that, I was just remembering it's the first Friday of the month is next Friday.
I know, it's coming up quick.
Right. But it's also bands in town does the first Friday of the month, and they waive the fees to the artists, so that's always a good time
Oh.
to get new music and all that good stuff.
Yeah, good
That's
idea.
right.
Good idea.
That's great. Well, BettySoo, would you mind playing some songs for us so I can silently freak out in the background about how
Me
great
too,
they
me
are
too,
and
me
how
too.
excited we are? We can fangirl.
Okay.
Would you do it? Okay.
Okay. Howdy hi, howdy ho. It's the brother who never writes anymore. The uncle you never heard mentioned before.
leaves her child behind at the store. Life don't work out like the plans you drawn. Had yourself some dreams, now the wishing well's gone. Family can't make things work on the farm. Big city living can't keep you warm. 100 different ways not being alone. What you thought was true love left you wanting more. A girl sits alone on her living room floor. Boy turns away before he knocks on her door. And the neighbors don't ask what he's there for. Will you leave this town, but there's nowhere to run. Things you used to love don't bring no fun. Sick of wishing every night you had someone called everyone you know, but nobody's home. 100 different ways of being alone. Well, the new man in town's got his girl on his arm. That careless thing you said caused so much harm. Nothing's the same as where you come from. Still that beat you're walking to ain't such a different drum. Trying to be a new voice, your song ain't your own. Trying to make a mark, but you're still unknown. Tried to take a chance, now that bird has flown. Left nothing here for you but rag and bone, and 100 different ways of being alone.
Whew. I have to say, for those of you who don't realize this, I can actually see Bonnie and Jaimee backstage in our little virtual green room, and it is the funnest thing in the whole world to see them going silently along with me. It's like, oh, I never get that anymore. It's so nice to see my friends like singing with me. Both of these gals would, like, in normal times be singing all of those harmonies on this song because they've both sung it with me a million times, and it makes me really sad that you guys can't hear their awesome harmonies, but I know that you can hear them in your heads, and hopefully some of you are singing along at home. And I wish I could hear them, but I can't. Just like I wish my guitar would stay in tune when I stuck a capo on it, but it doesn't. But we don't live in a magical universe. We live... I mean, some of you might disagree with that, but we live in the universe that we have, and even though it may not be filled always with the magic that we want, it is filled with agency, which means that you have the power in this country that so many people around the world do not have, and that is to make our destiny known to ourselves and chosen by choosing who we put in power over us. And that is something for which we should be very grateful. It is a great privilege to vote, but it is also our sacred duty. So please, please get out there and vote. And what I am voting for today is the songwriting skills of Jaimee Harris and Bonnie Whitmore. I am so lucky to be in this Jaimee Bonnie sandwich, my favorite place to be in the whole world between these two beautiful blonde women. And since I was right in the middle, I asked their permission to sing a song that they wrote together that I love to sing. And if you guys are there on Tuesday nights, you've heard me do it 4 million times. But this is a song that the two of them wrote together called Fine.
When we first met, it was sickly sweet. I looked at you and you looked through me. No secret I could hide or keep. No, we both knew that we were in too deep. Well, you light the match just to feel that spark. And it's a beautiful thing to watch it fall apart. It burns, it fades, and you're left in the dark. Yeah, and all that's left is a broken heart. Are you okay, honey? Or are you looking for the exit sign? Are you coming with me? No, whatever you decide, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Well, is it worth the wait? Should it be forgotten? 'Cause it's not the first time that I've fallen. When you're tattered and bruised, looking up from the bottom. Well, do you hold him close just because you got him? Are you okay, honey? Or are you looking for the exit sign? Are you coming with me? No, whatever you decide, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Would I rather be lonely and change my mind 1,000 times if you could just hold me? Maybe that'd be alright. Is that okay, honey? Or are you looking for the exit sign? Are you coming with me? No, whatever you decide, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. Oh, Steve, I know. I wish I had my applause app. I didn't ask the gals if it was okay to insert applause. I was actually secretly meaning to plug in my applause app and then unmute myself between their songs and go in between their songs. But then I was like, oh, I should ask their permission. And then I forgot to. So, oh well. But so it goes. Oh, thanks, Jaimee, for sharing my Patreon link. I, like so many musicians out there, am so grateful for all of the support that music lovers have continued to give us through this crazy year where we can't do the one thing that earns us a living, which is to go on tour and sell tickets and merch. So, but you guys have really shown up for us, and I cannot, this is not lip services, and this is not like a political or like ingratiating thing to say. I just we talk about it all the time among musician circles. We just are so grateful that you guys continue to show up for us and show up for your community. We see people like participating in so much more activism this year and getting out the vote and standing up for the causes they believe in. And we're just so proud to be in community with you guys. But, all right. This is a song that if you are in the BettySoo Song Club, the BS Song Club, which is what I call my Patreon, you already have this song. So if you want to get it, that's where you go.
Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in 98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Houston was big and we could disappear. Neighbors don't bug, don't even draw near. We can bus it out to Shreveport. Meet with Jimmy and see what he sold. And if they're playing in town, we'll see the little band of gold. Try our luck at the slot, sleep all the way home. The station's just a 2-mile walk from our door. We never leave a car at the Greyhound lot. Henry says you might as well leave it unlocked. Well, Henry's always got us a new set of wheels. He loves to strike his own kind of deals. This one's hot out of Phoenix. We're rolling slow, make a show. It's a 65 Ford valet tag on the floor. We're gonna go downtown, cruise it around, drive it to the coast, leave it for the beach folks. Trade it for a wagon with a picnic in the back and see what kind of toys the kids dig these days. Then we'll throw them out the window on the Gulf Coast Highway. So much trash out there, no one can tell anyway. Well, Sunday night I always call home. It's always Mom who picks up the phone. Tell her I'm good and I'll visit soon. Same thing I've said for years. She'll try to muffle those snot-nosed tears, as she knows I can't stand to hear. Well, Henry's never been much of a flirt, so I never worried about him chasing skirt. Him and me is all we need. Henry's new best friend is just an ex-sucker looking for a fix for a holding brother. Me and Henry, we're just like Bonnie and Clyde. Mad for dead presidents taking on the slide. The only things we ain't got banks in our sights. Just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Yeah, Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in 98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Him and me, that's all we need.
Oh, gosh. I could feel myself about halfway through that song getting a tiny bit slower and then a tiny bit slower. And I was like, see, if Bonnie was playing with me, this wouldn't be happening. I would just be right in time the whole time. That's what would happen. But so it goes, y'all. So it goes. So it goes. But Jaimee was mentioning earlier that I'm in a band called Nobody's Girl with my lovely, lovely bandmates, Grace Pettis and Rebecca Loby. And we have this song that'll be on our upcoming record. It's not out yet, but it's called Promised Land, and we thought it would be just right for this show.
Saw your face in the stars last night, shining down from a clear black sky. Colorado turned out the lights. 1,000 miles from California, sail 1,000 more to the Blue Ridge Mountains, all in the cradle of your weary hands, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right. Cardboard city full of government tents, kids trying to sleep over subway vents, keeping watch over cold cement. No vote in North Dakota with a native ID. Churches shot Philly, Jersey, Kansas, Tennessee. We're all waking up from the same lost dream and staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right. Is there a sign on your neighbor's lawn that makes you wonder how we went so wrong? Show me a side we can all get on. I saw a man quilt an 8-foot flag with just his hands and a pile of rags. Sometimes all we need is what we have. When you're staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right. I only see what I can see, feeling small and not that free. 'Cause from where I stand, this doesn't look like the promised land. Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. 'Cause from where I stand, this could still be the promised land.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm just gonna do one last song here. And thanks to Jaimee and Bonnie for being such great friends for so many years. They really are incredible friends. I know you already know that they're incredible musicians and just great people in the universe, but they are amazing friends. Amazing friends. This is a song by our mutual friend, Tom Prasada Rao.
Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing to the heavens above. And some people die believing in the cross on Calvary's hill. And some people die in the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. And some people go out in glory. Yeah, with the wind at their back. And some get to tell their own story and write their own epitaph. And sometimes you see it coming, and sometimes you won't know until you run out of breath with a knee in your neck for a $20 bill. Brother, I never knew you. And now, well, I never will. Oh, but brother, I will make this promise to you. I will remember you still. Take it, this is our communion. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book said. And sometimes the wine is a sacrament. And sometimes the blood is just spilled. And sometimes the law is the devil's last straw. The future unfulfilled. Like the dream they killed for a $20 bill.
Hey, thanks. Where's my gals at? Hi.
Oh, Betty.
So good to see you guys.
Bonnie, you're
again.
muted. Oh my gosh, Betty, that song.
I know. I almost
Just
started
tears.
crying like
That's
3 times
every
during the
time.
song, and I was like, I can't cry. I'm singing. I've got a job to do.
I know.
Be professional,
cry.
Betty Sue.
can,
I was
though.
crying.
Gosh, Tom. You know, I will say, Tom,
I know.
I'm so glad that song has taken off and that people have paid attention, because I agree with Ruth. That is going to be one of the songs that marks this year for this country. I'm going to start crying right now. So thank you for writing
I
that.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It just
and that's
is like all everybody's sentiment and the way that he captured it. It's
I
just
take it back. There is magic in the universe, and his name is Tom Prasada Rao.
Yeah.
right. That's like the best medicine that a song can provide, is when there's such a deep sorrow and longing and fear and whatever it all is that gets mixed up, and then you add that with a collective darkness, you know, whatever it is that is hard to articulate. As you're noticing now, I'm having trouble articulate it, and a song can come in and
Just cuts right
speak
to it.
for what we don't have words for, and he absolutely did that with that song.
It is.
It's a masterpiece.
You're right. I mean, and it touches on, you know, I think a lot of people have said, why, after so many other examples, did this story of George Floyd come home for us? And, you know, there are lots of reasons, of course, but I think it taps into this archetypal story in the human experience of someone whose life should not have been taken. And just deep in our souls, we just know that, you know, the balance of the universe has been corrupted, and that we have to do something about it. So, and that's part of the reason we're here, right? I mean, that's part of the reason we're excited about being invited to do this show, because we all have our little role to play, and we want to bring a little bit more balance into the universe. So, yep, $20 bill
And
for
it's called
George Floyd
$20
by Tom
bill,
Prasada
right?
Rao. Well, Miss Jaimee Harris, you've got your shows on
It's
Sundays
Jaimee
with Mary, and you've
time.
got so many other cool things going on. Tell us a little bit about it.
The
I
Bluebird last night, man.
know.
That seemed like such a fun hang.
It was pretty wild to plug in, you know, like just to play a
Right.
show where, you know, that wasn't, you know, where I'm looking at myself on the screen. It was pretty wild, but yeah. So my partner is Mary Gaucher, who's a songwriter here, and every Sunday we've been playing together for 2 years, and every Sunday we have a show where we normally have a guest on, but tomorrow Mary's been on fire writing new songs, and so tomorrow we're not going to have, or not tomorrow, tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday, we're not going to have a guest, but Mary's just going to be debuting new songs. But we have a great lineup coming up. We've got Butch Hancock coming, and Peter Case, Amy Helm, Travis Meadows, Ray Wiley Hubbard was just booked. So
Can't you get anyone good?
I know. Well, we need to get some Betty Soo and Bonnie
seriously.
Whitmore on there.
Aim higher.
I mean, you guys have such an amazing show going. I love
So
seeing
much
it.
fun.
It's been great, and through this technology, we're able to bring in Mary's violin player who lives outside of Bergamo, Italy. So at the beginning of the pandemic, he was at the center, like
That's right.
the epicenter of the pandemic. And so having him speak to us was like having him speak to us from the future almost in this way. And now they're having shows there, they're out and about, and it's a different reality, but it brings hope in a way that's really beautiful, and we get to be together again. So that's great. And then I've also been working with an organization called Envoys for Humanity, which I think both of you guys are familiar with. And I've been getting addresses so that I can write to unregistered voters in Texas, which, by the way, while I was looking at the Shock the Vote ATX website, I saw this thing that took my breath away. I'm sure you saw it as well. But they have a statistic there that says 48.7% of eligible voters in ATX did not vote in the 2016 general election.
I saw that.
And what
It
I've
is
heard, what I've learned is that
mind-blowing.
Texas is a non-voting state.
Exactly.
And I guess I wasn't fully aware of how serious that was. And so what we're doing is we're writing to people that may have requested an application to register to vote, but they haven't turned it in for whatever reason, and so we're sending them a reminder. So we're postcarding, and Mary and I are going to be playing a show there. Yeah,
All three
Bonnie's
of us have been
there.
writing those, right? That's why we know the dates so well.
Gentle prodding. Gentle prodding.
And you know, I will say that it is very sad to read that statistic, but the great thing about it is that I think a lot of people who don't know that statistic are under the impression like Texas is such a huge state. And so like we have so many electoral college votes. We have so many, like we have this influence because we have a lot of eligible voters, right? But the thing is, because it's not a high voter turnout state, that means that your vote counts so much more than you think it does. So much more than you think it is. Like, you're a much greater percentage of the Texas vote than you think you are.
Yeah.
If you're one of the few people who show up. So, we can do this.
So we got this. We got this.
We got this.
Coming together. Make it happen. I'm excited. I am. I've got so much like enthusiasm. Like, I just the Field of Dreams moment where like he's just chanting, "We're gonna win," you know, that kind of thing. So, like, I don't know. Sorry,
No,
Jaimee.
it's cool. I was just realizing that I've never seen Field of Dreams.
I've never seen it either.
Really?
What?
That makes I was like, I just didn't want to be one of those people that was nodding my head like I totally know what you're talking about. And I just had to be honest.
I know
Like,
the tagline, but I never seen it.
is that if you build it, they will come though? Is that where that comes from?
No.
Yes, that is.
That's
Is that
Field of Dreams.
The people who
Didn't you just say Field of Dreams?
Oh no, what I meant was
is that Sandlot? I don't.
no, it's not Sandlot. It's
In the comments, please save
a
us
League
on
of Their
trivia.
Own. A League,
Oh,
of Their Own. That's what I was
League of
trying to
Their
go for.
Own. No crying in baseball. I haven't seen that either.
No, wait. No Crying in Baseball is a League of Their Own.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come as Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Right.
I know.
I
we
was
both know those
talking
things, even
about
though I haven't seen either
A
of
League of
those
Their
movies.
Own. I was talking about A League of Their Own.
Don't
That's why
book
I was
me
like-
for your trivia team, but totally you want to battle me in categories because I mean, you don't want to battle me. I guess that's not a team sport. Never mind. Categories is my game. I'm a word person. The trivia thing, I'm not so good at.
I will say I have seen The Sandlot though, which
Yeah.
is why whenever somebody says forever, I think of that movie.
That's good. I like that.
Okay, but you know who I haven't heard play in forever, except
Jaimee
on
Harris.
Facebook, which I guess is still how I'm watching her. But still, Jaimee Harris, thank you to Shock the Vote and Moxie Realty for letting me watch my best friend play.
Yeah,
Bringing
this
us
is
all
awesome.
together.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Well, I guess kind of like I love Betty. You know, Betty kind of where she left us. I guess I'll pick it up there. I wasn't planning on starting with this song, but this has been really cool to get involved with Shock the Vote for lots of reasons. And one, yes, please donate. Is it is a nonpartisan organization, and they are supporting right now 6 different community organizations, and one of them, which I think is really cool, is the Austin Justice Coalition. One of my big deals, the concern of my heart, is criminal justice reform in this country, and for me, it particularly has to do with how we handle, how we use incarceration as a response to addiction. I myself have had some experience with the criminal justice system. In fact, if I have another experience with the criminal justice system, I actually lose my right to vote. So I'm trying real hard to not have another experience so I can keep my right to vote. And yeah, I guess I like to share this little story. What happened, or my experience, I guess, with the criminal justice system was the reason I ended up in jail a couple of times was due to my problem with alcohol, and through that, which was getting arrested the second time, ended up being the best thing that has ever happened to me. And what it led me to was sobriety. And I tried to get sober many times before, but that last encounter with the criminal justice system did inspire me to remain in sobriety. But I had this experience which shocked me a little bit. They wanted to send me to outpatient treatment, which I said, okay, that's fine. And I had insurance at the time, which is pretty miraculous, but my insurance would not cover the cost of my rehab because at 60 days sober, I was too sober to go to rehab. Insurance would not cover the benefits. So at 75 days sober, I went back to the state, and the state suggested to me to start drinking again to reset my sobriety date so that my insurance would cover the cost of my rehab. And at that point, 75 days sober was the longest stretch of time I'd been able to remain sober. And so I said, I don't think I'm going to do that. And I was able to bypass that in a way. And I understand that I was very privileged in a lot of ways. And I think maybe several people might not have a full understanding of how the criminal justice system works. They think that you do what the state tells you to do and you get out, but that's not how it works. So in addition to voting in the general election, I would totally encourage you to check out who the prosecutor is. There are several progressive prosecutors that are running, and that runs so that we have an alternative to prison for people who are struggling with substance abuse. But anyways, I've been talking a long time. I get chatty when I get with my buds, but here's a song that I wrote when I got out of jail. It goes like this. Well, I never thought I'd find God here, full of nicotine and caffeine, shaking with fear, just praying for another day to stay in the clear. Well, I never thought I'd find God here. I never thought I'd draw sober breath. Thought I'd be a wreck. Always figured I'd have nothing left. Well, I never thought I'd draw sober breath. But I gave up the cocaine, gave up the gin, freed myself of the hell I was in, and asked the Lord to keep me clean again. Then the Spirit came, picked me up, kissed me on the cheek and wished me luck, told me I could call him a good friend, my good friend. Well, I never thought that I'd move on. Oh, but I'm getting used to sleeping alone. Just one flashlight and a pickup John. Well, I never thought that I'd move on. But I gave up the heartbreak, gave up the man, freed myself of the hell I was in, and asked the Lord to let me love again. And the Spirit came, picked me up, kissed me on the cheek and wished me luck, told me I could call him a good friend, my good friend. Well, I never thought I could be free after all those nights in the DOC. I'm thankful God's forgiven me, 'cause I never thought I could be free. But I gave up the cocaine, gave up the gin, freed myself of the hell I was in, and asked the Lord to keep me clean again. And the Spirit came, picked me up, kissed me on the cheek and wished me luck and told me I could call him a good friend, my good friend. Oh, Eileen, thank you. Eileen, I'm glad you got turned on to BettySoo and to Bonnie tonight. Thank you for your sweet comments. And, just having that last song I played is called Snow White Knuckles. And I've only put one record out, so it's pretty easy to find. And Bonnie played bass all over it. And BettySoo sang on a couple songs. And it was a real treat to bring them into that. Here's another song from that record. And man, I think it's really cool that Shock the Vote is also supporting out youth. I'm a queer person that has depression. So I'm going to play an upbeat song about depression for you right now. And during this time that we're in, I know a lot of us are struggling. And I learned through the Trevor Project that out teens, queer teens, trans teens are really, really struggling right now. The suicide rate is incredibly high. So anything we can do to support the teens in our community, I think is absolutely great. So thank you guys for listening tonight and for your donations, which is making this happen, keeping this going. It's really, really beautiful, and it matters a lot to all three of us. So anyways, here's an upbeat song about depression. I hope you like it. It goes like this. In a depressive state, how long will I feel this way? Is it forever? In my mind, prisoner, will I be okay? Will I ever be okay? And not someone that everyone hates. Will I ever be okay? I'm locking all the doors to my house. Lights off, no need to ever come around. You can take my number off your fridge. Never need it, never need it. Not even to be saved for a rainy day. Oh, if I were you, I'd forget I ever knew my name. And now you wanna call and say you're sorry, but you're not sure what for. Hey, save your apologies, I can't take it anymore. In a depressive state, how long will I feel this way? Is it forever? In my mind, prisoner, will I be okay? Will I ever be okay? And not someone that everyone hates. Will I ever be okay?
depressive state. How long will I feel this way? Is it forever? In my mind, prisoner, will I be okay? Will I ever be okay? And not someone that everyone hates. Will I ever be okay? Will I ever be
Oh, thanks, Steve Bush. Thank you. Oh, hi, Lisa Barbie. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Strange Brew. I know. I could go on. I almost told a long story, but I've been talking so much already, which is that's like a faucet when it gets turned on. It's hard to turn off, so I'll just try to keep it in line here. Oh, okay. So it's got Townes Van Zandt, which, oh man, now I want to do a bunch of stuff I don't have enough time for. Let me see if I can find this, because I think Charlie Hunter might possibly be out there, and I got to show you this. I won't read the story, but I ran into a friend of mine recently, and I celebrated my 30th birthday a couple months ago, and she's been holding on to this for me, and it contains a letter inside. My friend Elaine Wood, she was the she basically ran the Hard Rock Cafe in Nashville, and she hosted the Dead Ringer Band, which is Casey Chambers' band, and in 1996, and they loved her so much that their manager, who is John Lomax III, wrote her a letter on December 23rd, 1996, with this "For the Sake of the Song" Townes Van Zandt songbook, and it absolutely blows my mind because what he's written in here is incredible, and I would talk a lot more about it, but that's not why we're here. But since somebody gave me an excuse to bring up Townes, I wanted to show this to y'all. But the next time I play a gig, I want to read some stuff in here because it's really mind-blowing. And if you know anything about Townes, you know he died on New Year's Day. So this was sent 7 days before Townes died, which is, anyways. So that's a discussion for another time. But like I said, the faucet that cannot be turned off. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's the cool thing about playing at home is I get to show you my cool stuff, that I don't have with me on the road constantly. And thank you, BettySoo, for highlighting. I also have a Patreon, which is called the Folk and Roll Fan Club. It is very, very pinball themed. And I do have one song available up there right now because it's brand new. And I was fortunate enough to have the great Eliza Gilkison sing harmonies on this song.
The only reason I am here is 'cause to us all he made it clear he'd like for me to sit here at your table. For other guests you poured the wine, got to me in your sweet time when you finally found me fit and able. If he were here, he'd pour my drink, set it down before he'd even think to take a sip to cure his own thirst. Well, to sit here with your smiles fake or stand outside with swallowed hate, well, I've not decided which is worse. Are you free, or are you hiding from the things you don't agree with?
text and find the lines that feed your purpose. It's so easy to love your brother on the surface. Well, I know how quickly things can change. They'll turn their backs, curse your name for situations seeming predetermined. And if your footing can't be found, they'll shout at you to turn around, meaning well, but clearly lacking understanding. Well, it's true, it wasn't long ago I traveled down a crooked road that ended in explosions, consequences. Well, I fought the battle with the sword, but won the battle with the Lord, a power that believes in second chances. So are you free, or are you hiding from the things you don't agree with or believe in? Skim the text and find the lines that feed your purpose. It's so easy to love your brother on the surface. The only reason we are here is 'cause the Spirit made it clear that love is not reserved just for our own kind. Well, it travels over many shores, through rivers, canyons, prison doors, and I believe it travels all the time. Thank you, guys. I'm going to take a look at the backstage folks. I think I went over my time. I'd be happy to play one more if you'd like me to, but I don't want to wear anybody out. So I know I talked a lot. And once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for donating. Shock the Vote. Thanks for having us. Thanks to everyone that typed in, that knew when their last date to register to vote was. Betty, what do you think? You think I should play one more? You think we should all come back in? She's looking at me like
Play more, play more, play more, play more.
I'll play one more song, and I really appreciate you guys and being involved, and please reach out to all three of us. We're all doing things behind the scenes to get out the vote, and if you would like to do some postcarding or just anything, let us know, and we'll get you hooked up with the right folks. And of course, reach out to Shock the Vote, see how you can get involved with them. They've got tons of events coming up, comedy stuff, like a great variety of things. And Moxie Realty, it's been awesome working with everyone that put this whole thing on. It's just been really great from behind the scenes, and I love it. And I will close out this song with our mutual brother, Graham Weber, who's a wonderful Austin songwriter. He's a wonderful dad. He's a wonderful person. I love him so much, and his birthday is coming up, and I wish I was down there celebrating Graham's birthday, but this is great. This is great, and I'm happy to play our song. Graham had this event on the calendar for like 10 years or something called Graham stock. And every month I would call him and say, what is that? And anyways, so here's a song that I started 3 years ago in a time of deep sadness and grief in my life. And through the magic of this technology, I was able to finish it with my friend Graham Weber. And I'll leave you guys with this. Thanks again. Love is gonna come again. Maybe when you're not quite looking. Maybe tonight, my friend. Maybe when you're driving, love will call and you will fall into a place you never thought you could fit in. Love is gonna come again. I know you don't believe me yet. Stuck inside your head, wondering what you could have said. In that bed, love will find you and remind you of the things you thought you'd give up feeling. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Lying in your sheets alone, hiding from your telephone as it echoes through your empty home. No way of knowing if you'll have anything close to what you had then. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Joy will find its way to you. Maybe it'll come with the morning dew, right on where those flowers grew. Butterflies flew, and on their wings they always bring the kind of peace to ease your grieving. Love is gonna come again. Oh, love is gonna come again. All right, shock the vote. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh my gosh. That was
Thank you,
so
BettySoo.
gorgeous.
I haven't heard the last song. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm glad I didn't give up on it.
So good.
Oh.
And people are freaking out.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
It's called Love
Really
Is Gonna
fast.
Come
What's
Again.
the name of this song?
I know.
Where'd you get that?
You know, that is,
Just kidding.
well, it's funny. Yeah. I mean, I tried to start writing it 3 years ago, and I thought I knew what I was talking about, and it turns out I couldn't finish the song because the song was telling me, I was trying to give advice and do a bunch of stuff in the chorus that was real bad and not cool at all. It made me look like a jerk because I was being a jerk in the song kind of. I didn't even know it. And the song was like, I thought I was one line off, and then I busted. I was like, this whole song needs to be blown up because this is not right. And it turns out I had to live another 3 years in order to, and bring in Graham Weber in order to approach it in a way that was correct.
He's such an amazing writer. I mean, he is just one of the best writers that any of us are ever going to meet. Like, he just is. He's one of those great, great writers.
Yeah.
Look
Yes.
at this sweet.
Thank you, Lisa.
Aw.
Oh, Rusty,
love it.
hi.
Hi, Rusty.
Out in California now. We met him at the Woody Guthrie Center in Tulsa.
So cool.
Really cool.
Well, you guys, still gonna point right here. shockthevoteatx.com, and
Check the vote.
and if you just add a little /donate
Do it.
after that, you can send money to all of these great nonprofit organizations that that they give their money to: the Austin Creative Alliance, Out Youth, the Austin Justice Coalition, Between the Pages, Texas Appleseed, and the Safe Alliance. So these are really great community organizations that are doing a ton of good work and helping so many people who need it, who need the help. So it's for a great cause. And we've had so many comments about where when the last day to register to vote is in people's states. So if you don't know, please look that up and do it.
Do it.
Do it.
If you play all of our records backwards, it just says register to vote over and over again. That's the subliminal messaging.
Thanks, Hunt.
Thanks, Hunt.
Oh, look what my beloved said.
Aww.
And
thank you.
then he was like, "Oops."
Aw.
That's awesome.
Thanks, honey.
Good save.
This is what I have to say. To
Yeah, I saw that too and go, but I love it.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for it's I
Charlie
do
Hunter.
give, so.
Yeah,
Charlie
that is
Hunter,
totally cool.
Yes, that is totally cool. That is totally the point of this. That is totally the point of this. We
Yes.
are not doing this to enrich ourselves. We are doing this to shock the
Help
vote
all
and
these
to help
wonderful-
all of the community organizations that these guys
Yeah.
are about. So, and thanks again to Moxie Realty for supporting this show, for Stephanie Marlar for inviting the three of us to take part in this. Oh my God, she is so amazing. So, Jaimee,
While you were performing.
while you were performing,
Yeah, it's
while
also
we were
about
paying
cheesecake.
100% rapt attention to you,
Golden
But-
Girls cheesecake. What was?
there has been some discussion about I really wish I could pop Stephanie on screen here right now,
I
but
know.
oh well. About if the four of us were the Golden Girls, who would each of us be? And
Oh, Dorothy for sure.
yeah, you're Dorothy.
You're
I'm
definitely
totally
Dorothy.
Sophia, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, you are. You've got the yes.
Guess
Yes.
who's Rose?
Hello. Of course.
And that makes Stephanie Blanche.
Hussy. That's perfect.
Is she okay?
But
with
she
that?
is the one with the sassiest things to say, so it's
Yeah.
kind of perfect.
It's perfect.
I really think we should have a just random pop-up on Facebook at some point where we all get in here and we just have a grid of the four of us dressed up as the Golden
Yeah.
Girls.
It's like the Golden Girls with mixed in with the Brady Bunch, just like
Are you saying you just
Brady
want to
Bunch
make
squares, but just all of us dressed up as the
my
Golden
wildest
Girls.
dreams come true?
A
Is that
Golden
what you're
Girls
telling me?
reunion via us.
I can't believe this. I was gonna.
Thank
I
you
put on
for
real
being
pants.
my friend.
Oh, I did
And We'll
not.
definitely have to do that song.
I've been wearing these. It's
I'm
actually
wearing
cold here.
shorts.
I've been wearing these Golden Girl pajama pants that my mother sent to me at the beginning of
Oh
the
yes,
pandemic.
you showed those to me.
And it says squad goals on them. It has the girls. And I'm so mad that why did I put on real pants? Why? This would have been
I
the
don't know.
perfect
This
moment.
is the moment. This is the moment we needed. It's all good. That's my sentiment.
I love that
for
we're ending this just as we began with
Which is absolute silliness.
genuine friendship.
Genuine friendship. This is what
Steve?
this is what the three of us are like when we hang out.
when Mary is like, why did your Zoom call with Betty and Bonnie take 8 hours?
Just time disappears.
What have you been doing all day in
Just
your
time
Dykton?
disappears.
It's like,
It was sound check, Mary. We were
Yeah,
testing
we were
14
working.
different variations, which actually is not untrue. Jamie and I have
That's true.
tested a lot of gear together online.
yes,
I'm
once
just
again,
there
everyone.
for support.
Yes, BettySoo, thank you so much for taking the time to make these incredible graphics, for making things run behind the scenes. Bonnie, you kicked it off like you were amazing. I loved your set. It was awesome. I just love all
That's
you guys.
all I got.
So
You
much.
guy can do all that other really amazing stuff.
You do.
And I just
No, that is
I love you so much.
I love you, Bonnie. You know what? You have brought me into an amazing world, and you've connected me to so many people, and you are that I love dearly, and it all happened because of you. And you are an extreme rock in my life, and you are brave enough to say things that I couldn't say, and I love it, and it makes me really happy because I just want to like put in quotations marks like what Bonnie said while I'm over here being silent.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
You're gonna-
exactly.
you're gonna
You have
reduce me
so
to
many
puddle.
superpowers.
You're gonna reduce me to a puddle. It's gonna be like my birthday party all over again, and I'm on the floor, just like stream of just tears. I love you.
Also want to give
love
a
you
shout
guys
out
so
to
much.
Nancy Fow, who made that
I
amazing
know.
collar you're wearing, leather and gold
Is it
and
not-
all
is it
kinds of
just not, like-
incredible.
I feel like I could go into battle with this necklace. It's so good. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
protecting
great.
your heart.
Yeah.
I think I failed to mention that not only do the donations go for all these community building organizations, but they are accepting donations through November 7th. So you've got just over a month to make a huge difference.
And you've got basically until next week to get registered if you haven't yet.
Yes. Basically today.
And just go in person. I know a lot of people, if you're doing the mail-in thing, do what you can. But if you haven't filled it out yet and you're willing to just go and do the vote, put your mask on, do it, because that's we want to make sure that your vote is counted, and that's a scary thought, right?
And they say that one of the most powerful things that we can do is to reach out to people that we know. And I like the postcarding thing, but because my social skills are limited, but even I, with limited social skills, took the time to reach out to people that I know exactly and ask them, are you registered to vote? Do you know where your polling place is? And so it's really powerful if you reach out to people that you know in your community, in your family, in your friend sphere, and ask them those questions, because it could be, polling places are changing like crazy. So once you're registered, make sure you know where your polling place is. It could have changed. And that's all I have to say.
Correct.
We love you.
One last little comment that I want to highlight
Please.
in relation to our previous conversation. You guys,
What are your Halloween plans?
we could do a special show in costume.
Oh, 100%. I'm buying a wig immediately after this.
Okay. Are we in? Like, can we just put our hands in for this right now? Stephanie, we
If
we
everyone
already know you're
registers to
ready.
vote, we will do a
We
Halloween
will do a
Golden Girls.
Halloween.
If you promise to register to vote and you send us a picture, post a selfie of your I voted sticker or whatever,
We will
let
play
us
the
know.
song,
We will do a Halloween Golden Girls.
including the theme song.
Oh,
Thank you for
absolutely.
being friends.
Yeah, and I don't.
The long version, when
Yeah.
when the sun comes up and if it has the little sunset, you're like,
Yeah.
we're getting the long version
Yeah.
of the theme song. Have you ever noticed that in the opening credit or opening?
Yeah, I was just thinking, how great would it be? We could do like a handoff thing, like I do on my Tuesday shows. Where it's the closest thing that we can.
We can all do different lines. go
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
We're gonna fight over the bridge, right?
And if
No,
you threw a party,
No, because you can do it. I don't care. You can do it. I don't care. But I mean,
What do you do? Oh, we're doing it right now.
no,
What key?
I'm just
No.
saying,
No, yeah. What
Yeah,
key?
Okay, wait. Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
I don't I know all the words.
I'm in B flat. I'm in G cape with her.
Sure, that's good.
Thank
C's
you for
good too.
being a friend. Driving down a road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Somebody take it.
Are we going to the bridge now?
Sure, yeah, why not?
And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, Bonnie, what would it say?
For being a friend. Well, that's all that I know.
Sorry,
of the
I
song.
should have taken half the bridge.
No.
Do you want to
okay.
go?
But see, that's just a
That's
little
just
teaser.
that's a teaser.
More
for
in
the real
store.
thing. We're gonna learn the whole song, not just what you know from the theme song.
Not just the theme part. Yeah, we're gonna learn it. So
The card attachment reads, "Thank you for that." The line always cracked me up. I'm like, I'm gonna send you this thank you note right now. That's what the song is about. And I'm like, wait, what?
yeah,
I love the strings into everyone.
I know. In fact, every
Yeah,
time I
okay.
see like a tiny little card, like the tiny little gift cards that are attached, I mean, not
Yeah.
gift cards like they are today, but you know, like the little cards that people attach to presents or like
Yeah,
in
like
floral
little bag
arrangements.
things, yeah.
Every time I see one, I hear in my head, and the card attached would say, for those of you who can't sell, it says BettySoo. Exactly. Whenever I see a card that size, even when I write them, I think, and the card attached would say. Okay, we're goofy,
we're
and
lost
Shock the
it.
Vote probably
Yeah.
wants their Facebook page.
Yeah, they were like, we're never ever giving this over ever again.
They're like
We
Arrested
need
Development. I made a
leadership.
terrible mistake. We should have hung
know
out
how
yesterday,
long
so
we
we
could,
didn't do
like-
it. Pretty Woman, big mistake.
Big, huge.
Okay, we're
Good night,
done.
everybody.
We
It's gonna
love
be
you.
nothing but